All right, so we've been talking about 1-point perspective. All right, let me give you a little demo. All right, so best bet is to use some sort of straight edge. It can be a yardstick, ruler. I've just got this plastic ruler, but it doesn't even matter. It could be a piece of cardboard with a nice straight edge. Cover your notebook. Literally anything that has a straight line. All right, and that's going to give us nice, crispy, beautiful drawings. All right, so first thing you're going to do is draw your horizon line. Right, that is the line straight across, horizontal. Right, and then you can mark your vanishing point. We'll do that in red. Right, and that is where the person is going to look. Because usually our references are from the perspective of a human being, a person, especially when we're doing engineering and architectural drawing, right? We want to show people what our thing is going to look like. It's usually for like buildings and rooms and things, so that's usually from the perspective of a person. But if you were designing for, I don't know, a worm, right? Then your vanishing point would be down here, because that's where the worm would be looking, right? But we're going to go from the perspective of a human. Right, so we're going to draw our vanishing point. We'll put it right here in the middle. Right, nice red. Right, there it is. Capping my marker. All right, so this is your horizon line. Horizon line. All right, then we'll draw our ground line again using our straight edge. Right, because usually in the world that we live in, unless we live in a fantasy world, things sit on the ground, right? So we'll draw our ground line. It's right there, parallel to our horizon line. All right, so this is our ground line. All right, then we have to draw our object, right? So we'll just draw, I don't know, a little staircase over here or something, right? Maybe an ancient pyramid, or I don't know, the Aztecs built. Right, then we're going to draw lines from our object to our vanishing point. Right, so we line up the corners of our object, or the edges, with our vanishing point, and we just draw straight lines. And these are reference, so you want to, usually we do these in pencil, or something that we can erase, or we draw them lightly, right? And hopefully you're not using a whiteboard where your ruler smears it, but we'll still gives us the idea if we actually draw. There we go. So all of our edges go right to that same vanishing point, right? There we go. Good enough for government work. All right. Got some black on my marker. All right. So those give us our reference for our object. I'm just going to darken that back up. All right, so this was our original object. Now we can use those references from our that go to our vanishing point to help us draw our lines, right? So bring our straight edge out again, and where's it going to go? So we go straight from, right? So there's a line there, right? So where's that going to go? It'll go about here, right to the top. Got another one here. Keep it parallel. Bring it about there, and then this bottom one is about there, right? And then we do our top lines, right? It's going to go to about there. Try not to smudge my bottom drawing. Right, smudgy, smudgy. All right, make sure you are using that straight edge. Don't be like me. All right. Right, so that is our object from a 1-point perspective. Right, but what if it's flying up in the air? Right, what if there's like some sort of, I don't know, some sort of spaceship, right? We'll do it over here. Some sort of spaceship, right? I don't know. You know, spaceship. Ooh, spaceship. Flying. Who knows what spaceships really look like? Right? Aliens. You're going to bring your perspective lines back down to that vanishing point again. Using the same process, right? Every corner. And these are, again, just for a reference. So you want to draw them lightly or in a different color. You know, you can use colored pencils if you want. Try not to smudge these drawings. Oh, it's crooked. All right. Here. The vanishing point kind of disappeared. But hopefully we remember where it is. All right. So those are our lines of reference. Again, bring our straight edge out, figuring out how big our object is, right? Maybe it's a long spaceship coming up, right? Maybe it's flying out of the ground. So we just bring all of our lines there. There's a vertical line here, connecting that. Yep, and you want to keep those parallel with your object, right? So that's comes flying out here. So it's coming here. What else? And it's got to connect all the way. There you go. And then right here. Right, and that is our spaceship. And then if you want, you can erase your reference lines. Right. And that kind of gives like a 3D image, right? So it's a 2D object, but it looks 3D from the perspective of our vanishing point, which is right here. So that's where it disappears. So if there's a guy standing right in front of it, right? Spaceship comes flying up, right? And there's an object hanging out here, you know, stairs, right? So we're going to practice drawing from above the horizon line and below the horizon line. Okay, got our horizon line here. So we got objects above and objects below.